Research in London.
There is a risk for us leaving interest rates too high for too long. And the key difference to the US is there's much more support for people by the government. So the government is the flywheel, borrowing to invest, borrowing to support incomes, whereas the UK, with its, I might say, obsession to hitting its fiscal rule, is cutting government support, including for those most in need, and therefore growth is actually looking much more poor in the UK than in the US. So there could be cause for optimism, but only if the government changes tack, not just the Bank of England.
Another difference between the two countries, the soaring cost of energy in Britain, sparked by the war in Ukraine. But there is pressure growing on the Bank of England now to match the optimism expressed this week by the US Federal Reserve. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is discussing the future governance of Gaza as he meets officials from the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the EU's decision to open membership talks a victory, although Hungary warned it could still block the move. And a judge has ruled that Prince Harry was the victim of phone hacking by a British newspaper group. That's the latest feature story news. Julia Chapman reporting.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
Good morning, it's a KCHW. Thanks, Scott. It's Friday with myself, Chuck Ritchie, Scott, and Jet Timmons. How you doing today, guys?
Good. Thanks for bringing us in via Zoom.
Yeah. I almost called you Jet Tila there for a second, Jet.
I'll take it.
That's it. Yeah, I would too.
As long as you don't call me late for dinner.
Right? Can you cook like
I
Jet
hope
Tila?
everybody starts saying that. Thanks, Scott. It's Friday.
Thanks, God, it's Friday.
Whoop, whoop.
TSIF.
Wow, I didn't know I had that kind of power. Thank you, Chuck.
You're welcome. I figured you'd appreciate that. So how you guys doing this morning?
Good. It's the last show, right?
Right. Last show of the year.
Yeah,
No,
last
until
show of the
Christmas.
year. Last morning show of the year.
Last morning show of the year. Yeah.
Well, it's our annual 2-week break. Woohoo!
Woo! Happy
And
break time, everybody.
I think since it fell on a Friday and the 15th and everything, we're going to get a couple extra days off and always look forward to this time of year and taking a little break. So bear with us. We'll be back. I think the first show of the new year will be on the 2nd with me and Val. So
There you go.
hopefully I'll be good and recharged. And very thrilled that Jet's with us again today.
Honored.
Yes.
Our resident Trump impersonator, and I'll give you a chance to do that today.
Nice.
I've got some Trump holiday gifts.
Wonderful.
they come with a subpoena and jail time. Righty then. Let's roll into the weather. We'll get right into the good stuff. We got some Christmas groaners this morning and a few other Christmas bits and jokes to roll out. So that's very exciting. First up, though, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Let's go ahead and roll out that weather forecast for Chihuahua. We're starting off with today, 40 degrees for a high, mostly cloudy skies, going to be very pleasant. Down to 29 over the nighttime with more clouds in the sky. That's going to lead to morning clouds and then afternoon sun tomorrow. High of 37, low of 27. Going to be a great day with only a 10% chance of precip. Sunday, 38 and 27, partly cloudy, a 10% chance of rain, maybe rain snow mix. Monday right now, cloudy, 20% chance of precipitation, 38 and 34. Looking ahead to the Christmas weekend, Doesn't look like you're going to have any snow on the ground in Chewelah. Daytime high on Christmas Day is supposed to be right now 40 degrees. And all next week leading up to Christmas, temperatures 40, 42, 40, 38, 39, 40. So going to be very, very mild. And you're going to have to drive up one of the mountains if you want to see some snow.
I'm dreaming of a brown Christmas.
It's really bad, really bad. Breakfast and lunch for the kids. Let's see, this morning, bread.
There you go.
Yummy yogurts, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your choice of milk. And then for lunchtime fun today, of course, it's Friday. That means you get your choice of a hamburger or a hot dog. You can have some French fries, fresh veggies, fresh fruit pudding, and again, milk choice. Friday lunches always sound good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a hot
All
dog.
right. Quick tease, Chuck Ritchie tonight. Man, are you nervous?
You know, I am, and I'm excited. Yeah, we've got the Christmas Carol play tonight.
Right there at the KCHW studios. That's 214 East Clay. All right.
Yes.
So East, that address is the front of the building. The radio station, if you don't know, is in the back alley, kind of kitty corner from the back door of Sporty's. All right. And this one's could be a little confusing. Showtime tonight at the radio station, 7 p.m. This is a Christmas Carol, and it's a live radio play. And it's basically the story of a radio station, you said, doing a Christmas play. Right. So it's a radio station doing a Christmas play of a radio station doing a Christmas play.
Right. And it's not so much about, it's just the story of the Christmas Carol, but it's set in a 1940s radio station. So we have the old 1940s.
Which is, strangely enough, we're the same year as all of our equipment.
Right?
So leave donations tonight, please. Please. Chuck wants some new on-air software.
Yes.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, it is. Some new on-air software, new in-studio software, new everything.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
All right. So then this show happens. You're going to switch locations for Saturday and Sunday to the Chewelah Center for the Arts. We don't want people to be confused about this.
Right.
So tonight's show, live in the studio at KCHW. You can get tickets for this.
Yes.
Live on the air. All right. And then you can catch the show Saturday at 7 at the Chewelah Center for the Arts, and then a matinee on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
2
This is
p.m.
awesome. Tickets available. Valley Drug, Acres United Drug. And online, just visit the Chewelah Center for the Arts. I don't think we got the link. Nobody sent it to me, so I didn't get it up on our website.
Oh,
but if you want to get that link, maybe we can get it up on Facebook here shortly, too. I'll go ahead and try to copy that and paste it here in a little bit.
I should have sent you that a long time ago. I wasn't even thinking about it. They were like, we'll handle ticket sales, so I let them do it.
I think we forgot to get an ad in the paper. Did you take care of that?
No, there's ads in the paper. The Independent is one of our sponsors.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Jared.
They sponsored those ads. They printed our posters, which leads me to a little thank you to our sponsors. Yeah, we have quite a few sponsors for the show. We have Denovia LLC. We have Andy Sandwich and Sports. Obviously, the Independent and Valley Drug Company. We're all of our generous sponsors. Yeah.
All right. You didn't forget the Chewelah Motel, did you?
Yeah, I was just about to get to the Chewelah Motel and RV Park. We're also one of our sponsors. Thank you very much for that. I wasn't looking at the poster.
Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah. Now you're bringing in. Tell us what's happening a little bit later on the show today.
It'll be Kathryn Patton should be joining us with she's the director of the play, and she's been really just kicking butt putting all this together and really getting everybody whipped into shape. It's it's amazing. So it's full costume, makeup, everything, just like a play. It's going to be right here, they're going to be standing in front of mics. They will be reading from a script, but it's been well rehearsed. I mean, the voices, they all have the accents. It's really impressive.
So it's a reader's theater for people that know theater lingo. It's a reader's theater where they have the script in their hand, and typically they just kind of stand there and do it. But they've added in the costumes, so that's awesome.
Yes, full costume, full makeup, the whole 9 yards. It's really something to see. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds really cool.
We have we have the link for tickets. Get your tickets. Support public radio. Support the Chewelah Center for the Arts. Tickets online at our.show/Chewelah/Carol. Our.show/Chewelah/Carol.
Yep. And I do have that. I have a promo that's been running on our Facebook page. I did the on-air promo, and I got a little video of it on our Facebook page with the poster and the link to the tickets there on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super exciting. This is one of the things I wanted to do from the beginning, and it's happening, and I've got goosebumps and the whole 9 yards. And
it's going to be awesome.
It's really
All right.
good.
I'm looking forward to tuning in tonight, even though it's like going to be really late our time. We'll be checking it out. And I want to see that video feed. So
Yeah.
All right. Can I text you if I see any errors?
Yes, please.
Or technical glitches? How's that?
Why does it sound like a trash truck picking up the trash?
All right, we made it through the weather and what the kids are eating for breakfast. We teased our big play tonight. And on to Bits and Breaks this morning. I emailed you guys both a cheat sheet. Do you have that in front of you?
I do.
All right, Chuck, will you kick us off with the tweet of the week?
The tweet of the week. Everyone thinks I'm drinking eggnog, but actually I'm enjoying a nice warm mug of Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yummy.
Still leaves the same kind of thing on your mustache, so that's okay.
I don't know. I prefer the honey mustard, like we talked about yesterday, Scott.
This morning's quick joke, that goes to Jet.
Well, it was near Christmas and the judge was in a merry mood as he asked the prisoner, "What are you charged with?" "Doing my Christmas shopping early," replied the defendant. "That's not an offense," said the judge. "How early were you doing this shopping?" The defendant replied, "A few hours before the store opened."
Oh, we'll be talking about this. We beat it up yesterday. The poor fruitcake. The Three Amigos, we just trashed it. And I wish I would have found this yesterday for that. This is rejected slogans for fruitcake. First one, edible doorstop. A chance to practice the Heimlich maneuver. Rejected slogans for fruitcake. Melts in your mouth. Lays like a ball of lead in your stomach.
Yep.
Yummy.
The new slogan, still better than lima beans. That's easy.
Poor lima beans.
And the last one, fruitcake, the other building material. I had so many fruitcakes last Christmas, I built an igloo out of them. It's still standing.
I don't know. Have you guys ever had butter beans? Butter beans are a type of lima bean, and they're delicious. So,
sure.
I like lima beans. I think they're fine.
I think they're delicious.
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't like any vegetables.
That's true.
You're like, mayonnaise. Is
Why
that
I'm
a vegetable?
frail. Mayonnaise? I put mayonnaise on the sandwich. I don't need no lettuce.
I like the 5 food groups: bacon, mayonnaise, bread, bacon,
Candy canes.
Yeah.
Syrup.
I may have been drinking the Hidden Valley Ranch, but Scott was there with his bowl of Miracle Whip.
All right. Speaking of food, what's the best and worst holiday food? Chuck Ritchie, what's your favorite and least favorite holiday food?
You know, my favorite, it's something we make every morning. I think it's a Southern thing we make, or every Christmas morning for breakfast, we have sausage cheese balls.
Ooh.
Which is the easiest thing in the world to make. There's 3 ingredients. It's cheddar cheese, Jimmy Dean sage sausage, and Bisquick. And you mix all those together, and you make a dough, and of course, it's like mostly cheese. And you bake it, and it's all cheesy and stretchy and sausagey. It's good. It's good.
That does sound good.
All right, so it's kind of like the fruitcake. It weighs like a ball of lead in your stomach.
It does. It does do that.
Right. So your least liked holiday food?
You know, I got to go with obviously the fruitcake, but it's more. I guess it's more of a Thanksgiving thing, but people do bring it at Christmas too. Is the canned sweet potatoes covered in marshmallows?
Oh,
that is
the worst. Thank you, Chuck. 10,000 points for Chuck for backing me up on sweet potatoes.
No. Sweet potatoes plain are great.
Oh, I
That's
love
when you start doctoring up with that crappy marshmallow and yeah.
I love sweet potatoes. We make every year. It's called the sweet potato crunch, but we use actual sweet potatoes, and it's mixed with pecans, and it has a topping of like brown sugar and pecans and all kinds of stuff. And you break into it almost like a creme brulee. It's got the crunchy top, and it's amazing.
That does sound really good.
But it's not. It's not that junk.
Yeah.
All right, Jet, favorite Christmas foods, holiday foods, and least favorite?
I really like a nice ham or a nice lamb. I've been thinking about doing lamb for dinner this year at Christmas.
Oh, that'd be different.
Yeah. I think it's traditional for Christmas, but I love lamb.
I've never had lamb in my entire life.
Really?
So, yeah.
Really?
All right. We'll
So
bring
do
you
it.
over. Yeah.
So do it.
And then my least favorite, it's not really a food, but it's eggnog. Eggnog belongs in the drain. Don't bring me eggnog. Don't tell me to drink eggnog. Don't even put rum in eggnog and ask me to drink it, because I won't.
What about bourbon?
I'll drink the bourbon, not the eggnog, though. Yeah, I'll separate the two.
I think it's got to be the right eggnog. There are certain brands, like most of the store brand or the big name brand eggnogs are awful. They taste like chemicals or something. I don't know what it is, but there's a few brands that are good. But
it's the consistency. It's
Yeah.
how thick it is. It feels like you're drinking rotten milk.
Aw.
Yeah. It's like almost like, there should be chunks in this.
if you wait long enough, there are.
Yeah, see? So, yep, eggnog, that's it. What about you, Scott?
Oh, the sweet potatoes. Chuck kind of stole my rant. Yeah, sweet potatoes, probably the least favorite. And then my thing is a brown sugar ham.
Mm.
Yeah, I love the brown sugar ham.
I do love a good ham.
Yeah.
We do a paper bag ham. It's like,
yeah.
You ever heard that you wrap your ham in a paper, like a paper grocery bag? You got to get it without the ink, and then we have aluminum cooking nails that we stab all over it, and leave the nails in so it cooks evenly, and then we cook it at like 250 degrees for like 12 hours, and then when it comes out of the oven, it literally just falls apart and it's just juicy and melty. It's beautiful. Wow. Yeah.
When you said paper bag ham, I was picturing you outside the station, kind of squatting on the ground in some dirty clothes.
Ham.
Eating pizza ham out of a paper bag.
Hams for the poor. Hams for the poor.
All right, we actually got 5 people tuned into the video feed this morning, and Ron saying good morning from Fairbanks.
Wow.
Hi, Ron.
Good morning.
Says it's cold here.
Wow. I've been to Fairbanks many times. It is generally cold. Yeah.
Well, everybody always says Alaska's so warm. That's the generally accepted.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's lying because he just had back surgery.
Oh, okay. In Fairbanks, Alaska. Huh?
Maybe, just thinking possibly. All right.
Oh, no, it is. It's negative 27 right now.
Oh, burr.
Wow.
All right, I just posted that link at the top of the KCHW Facebook page if you want to get some tickets to tonight's show. That's why I seem kind of disoriented. Here we go. Next section, Christmas groaners. These are the worst, absolute worst holiday jokes ever in the dad vein. And here comes Chuck Ritchie.
So I sent out some holiday cards. I sent a picture with them, but I had to Photoshop the holiday cheer in. Actually, I just used an AI program. I'm not good with the Photoshop. Yeah.
All right, Jet.
What do you call a bunch of grandmasters of chess bragging about their games in a hotel lobby?
I don't know.
Chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. That one's good.
I
like that one.
I like that one.
What do you call Mooch on the beach at Christmas time?
Well, I don't know.
Sandy Claus.
Oh.
That's all right.
Mooch is my cat, by the way, if you just tuned in. Probably didn't make any sense.
Hey, Jet. How do sheep say in Mexico say Merry Christmas?
How?
Feliz Navidad.
Whoa, that's just sheer humor right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
If Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus had a child, what would he be called? A subordinate clause.
Oh, that's horrible.
A little legal humor for you.
What?
All right. Chuck is afraid of Santa Claus, and what do you guys? What's the name for that phobia?
I don't want to talk about it.
claustrophobic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ho ho ho! I'm scaring you.
What do snowmen eat for breakfast?
I don't know.
A big bowl of snowflakes.
They're ice.
Is that culturally appropriate? Wow.
You can use the term when you are a snowflake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What'd you just say about Chuck?
Oh man!
All right, Scott, why does Santa have 3 gardens?
I don't know, Jet.
So he can ho, ho, ho.
Oh. Let's give Jet some laughter.
Thanks, I needed it.
Why was Santa's little helper Scott depressed?
Why is that, Scott?
Because he had low elf-esteem.
Oh, wow!
Wah, wah.
What do you get? What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Frostbite.
Oh. I've heard that one before, but this last one, Jet, that you get, I've never heard this one before.
Yeah, this is a good one. What do you get when you cross an archer with a gift wrapper?
I don't know.
Ribbon hood.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
That's why we call them groaners. There you go.
I've got another one. So
I know you love singing Christmas carols, and sometimes you even hum. But Jed, if I hear Drummer Boy one more time, I'm gonna kick your rumpa rum pum pum.
So I brought toys for you.
I've got another joke to go back to the jokes. How do you know that elf was a hipster?
I don't know.
Because he drank his hot cocoa before it was cool. Oh, wait, oh my God, I messed it up. I said, how did the hipster elf burn his mouth? Oh, I did it wrong. See, it's too early. And I messed up the joke, and now I look like an idiot.
Though.
I still got it. It's fine. They're Christmas groaners.
Yeah.
Christmas groaners, yep.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Holiday and Ram, I got some questions for you two, and you give me your opinion, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Real or artificial for the tree?
Artificial.
Yeah, artificial.
Me too. A lot of people want that real tree, though.
Yep.
Yeah, they want their house to burn down, though.
When is it okay to put up the tree?
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to wait till December 1st, the month of.
All right. My sister Val from the morning show always does it before Thanksgiving because she has a big Thanksgiving and she wants that tree up. She's getting twice the use of the tree, I guess.
Yeah.
So
she's a master decorator, too.
That's true.
It's always really well done.
All right, eggnog, yes or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Depends on the brand or if it's homemade.
What brands do you like, Chuck?
Well, Southern Comfort makes a really good one. It's non-alcoholic, but it's a Southern Comfort brand, and there's a couple brands you got to get like the home style. You don't get the stuff. Actually, the Columbia Community Creamery, our new local creamery here, has an eggnog that they sell in the glass.
Have you ever made eggnog yourself?
Oh yeah, many times.
I know where to get the eggs, but where do you get the nog?
Well, you see, you gotta grab the naga by the hide. You see, just right, and you milk it in just the right position.
All righty then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Worst Christmas gift you ever received, Chuck?
Oh, I don't know if it's the worst, but once I really wanted this Michael Jackson doll. It came with all the different outfits and the glove, and I saw it.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
I was a big Michael Jackson fan, and I was sneaking around in the parents' closet before Christmas, and I saw the doll in the closet, and I was like, woohoo! Come Christmas morning, present open, label to my sister. She opens it up. It's the Michael Jackson doll.
You were robbed.
I was.
Wow.
I was.
Yeah.
Because according to my dad, boys don't get dolls. We get action figures.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right,
It was a
Jet,
Michael
worst
Jackson
gift
action
you've ever
figure.
received for Christmas, and it can't be from me.
One time I got, I'm tempted to say this time I got a shirt, like one of those Henley shirts for Christmas. And at the time I was like, this is the worst gift I've ever gotten. Wow, lame. I still have that shirt to this day.
All right. You
So-
talking about one of those that button up without a collar?
Yeah, like it's a long sleeve shirt. It has like 2 buttons right here on the top.
Oh, I love a good Henley. I was wearing one yesterday. Yeah.
Great minds.
Ah.
Right.
All right. Best Christmas gift ever.
Ooh. That's a tough one. Best Christmas gift ever. I can't think of anything really specific.
I got a Nintendo DS one time when I was a kid. That was a pretty good one. They had just come out and they had this game called Nintendogs where you could raise little dogs on the Nintendo DS. And I got the game, the handheld, and I played that for months, probably years.
Wow.
My dogs, I haven't played it in a long time. My dogs are probably dead by now, but sorry, Nintendogs.
Let's see, best Christmas gift ever. I'm going to have to say lingerie. It doesn't matter if it's for me or somebody else.
I don't like how the thong rides up.
Always for him.
Let's see, favorite Christmas movie.
Bad Santa.
I'm gonna have to go with Elf. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
We just watched that the other night. Lindsay and I did.
I got a close tie, and I've been saving it for I've watched Elf, but I've been saving it for this other one for right before Christmas. And I'm going to make the girls watch it with me because it used to be a family tradition. And now that we're all together again, we can start it back up. And so I'm going to say Elf and Polar Express.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that movie.
Do you really?
I hate it. It's so creepy. The music sucks. Hot chocolate. Yeah, ask Lindsay and she'll tell you how much I rail against that movie.
Wow.
They look so creepy. Yeah. I do remember one time we watched it. We all got together and watched it in the radio station on the big projector.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
And you hated every minute of it, but pretended.
Yeah, I'm not a jerk.
All right. It was the company, though.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta say,
clear lights or colored lights?
Clear.
I like colored, but Lindsay likes the clear white ones, so we get the clear white ones.
I like to mix it up, like half clear and then like half blue, or like a clear and then a blue, or even a clear and then a red. Or something.
I'd like to do something like purple or.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a few years ago we did the whole deck all wrapped in purple lights, and we had out in front of our yard this majestic white unicorn, all done in sparkly clear lights. It was beautiful.
That looks cool. That sounds cool.
It was a unicorn Christmas.
What's the most annoying thing about this time of year?
The weather.
I shouldn't say it.
The
What'd
weather.
you say?
The weather.
The weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty obnoxious. I hate the guys with the bells. I was
going to say I can't stand the bell. I'll put money in the can just to get them to stop ringing it.
Will you stop ringing it if I just give you a couple quarters? Jeez.
It's horrible.
I know it's for a good cause and everything.
We're horrible. Wow.
Ding, ding,
Wow.
ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
All right. Least favorite holiday song?
All of them. Any of them. But I
have a confession to make, Scott. I've been doing the Christmas cards every day.
Yeah.
A song that has never been played since I've taken over this radio station is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
Oh, you banned it, huh?
I've banned it. It's banned from the radio. You're welcome,
That one's
everybody.
awesome.
You're welcome.
Wow. All right.
I haven't heard that one yet. Usually you hear it around Thanksgiving, but I haven't heard that one yet. So I think everybody's kind of feeling the same sentiment, Chuck.
I'm going to cue it up and play it at the end of the show.
Yeah, I think people are having a little mercy on us this year and not playing Mariah Carey for Christmas.
Oh, man.
I also hate the one that's like silver bells, silver bells. Yeah.
All right. I like Trains. Shake up the happiness. Shake up Christmas. Yeah,
I don't think I've heard that.
It's good. All right. Does your guys, either one of you, have a unique Christmas tradition?
A unique Christmas tradition. We never spend Christmas with our family.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
How about you?
I don't think it's unique, but my family, we always opened a present on the solstice and a present on New Year's Eve.
Oh.
And usually the one for solstice was like my parents decided what it was going to be and gave it to us to open. But the one on Christmas Eve, we could pick. And sometimes we'd go for the big fancy present, and that would really miff them.
Oh.
We
They wanted to save it for Christmas proper.
We actually do have a good one that we do. So we do our our usual. My brain is not working. The countdown. Where you what do you call that? The you know what I'm talking about. So on Christmas Eve every year.
12 days.
What's that?
The 12 days of Christmas? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's where you pull it. Some of them you pull them out, and there's the chocolate and
an advent calendar.
An advent calendar. Thank you. And then the last day every year, that advent calendar starts with a clue, and that clue leads to a scavenger hunt. And then we have a pretty large scale scavenger hunt around the house. It usually takes about an hour or so to get through it all, and at the end of it is a present that they get to open on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
That's fun. I like that one.
I have a pretty unique tradition I've always done, and that is showing up Christmas morning in my boxers, and that's it.
Outstanding.
It's too early.
And then he doesn't put clothes on until you start giving him his presents.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, another one we do. Sorry, I just thought of this. Lindsay and I, we buy, each of us buys a special ornament every year to put on the tree.
Oh,
so that's fun.
That's probably a popular one.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Holidays, not going well for a couple of my favorite people. First one, Vladimir Putin. Right, I'm going to do a couple news headlines here. He was doing his annual Q&A and appearing behind the Russian president on a giant studio screen that was hacked. They were tuning into the Marathon press conference where he was supposed to be taking, planned calls from the public. And let's say, of course, this is relating to the full-scale invasion of Ukraine last year. Up behind him pops up a text message that says, "Why is your reality at odds with our lived reality?"
Wow.
Another one said, "Mr. President, why does the real Russia differ from the one on television?" They're not that crazy in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Another rogue message said, "Don't run for another term as president. Make way for the young." It sounds strangely familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
Same could be said here.
Putin did not appear to notice the messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't included in.
I'm sure they sounded much more dramatic in Russian, too.
Yeah. Another one came up and said, "Hello, when will it be possible to move to the Russia which they tell us about on Channel 1?
Oh, good. Oh, yes, it's Soviet Russia. It moves to you.
One posted, "This question won't be shown, but I'd like to know when our president will pay attention to his own country. We've got no education, no health care, and the abyss lies ahead."
Wait, this is Russia we're talking about?
Yeah, this is Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it sounds exactly like America, doesn't it?
No health care. Wow.
All right. They're not quite sure how the messages made it through.
But they do know that all of the people putting them on the screen were promptly assassinated.
Yeah.
And now, Christmas presents you might have missed.
Ooh.
All right. 3 arrests this year. You know who I'm talking about. His campaign was undeterred for months. They simply sold fake mugshot merchandise. When he finally got the real photo following Trump's arrest in Fulton County, Georgia on August 24th, they immediately tweeted it out with the defiant and nonsensical slogan, "Never surrender."
Never surrender.
He just surrendered.
Well, yeah,
All right.
I was going to say, was that before or after he surrendered?
I love that picture of wrapping paper.
This is a true thing. Since then, the Trump store has been selling a wide variety of never surrender merchandise, all right, including signed posters, coffee mugs, and, get this, beer cozies. What kind of guy actually uses a beer cozy?
Your daughter loves beer cozies. Be careful.
All right. Now it has added another mind-bendingly bizarre layer to this collection by releasing holiday-themed mugshot wrapping paper.
Oh my gosh, they put a little Santa hat on it and everything.
Yes.
Wow.
That's so good.
Yes. Same picture on a sweatshirt.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then don't forget the Never Surrender Christmas stocking with his head taking up the entire sock.
So for the sweater one, I mean, that's almost cheating going to an ugly sweater party.
That sweater, you win, hands down.
Right?
I could see him wearing it though. Like, yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
All right. What do you get for your Christmas wrapping paper bundle? 3 sheets. It's not even a tube. 3 sheets of wrapping paper. $35.
Wow.
$25 for the Christmas stocking. No details on what the sweater or the T-shirt, what looks like him as Santa and Melania as Mrs. Claus. No totals on those.
Ironically, that's the same cost as the toilet paper in the prison that Trump will be going to. 3 sheets for $25.
That's what he should be selling. Yeah, I'd buy some. All right. Oh, no. Then equally as crazy for Christmas, one of Trump's big buddies, we know him as Crazy Mike Huckabee. Oh. All right. Who is also a co-founder of a thing called the Kids Guide, which, if you are of any kind of sanity and look at this is Nazi propaganda for children. Yeah. It's absolutely horrible. Google it. I cannot believe this. So first they have it's a holiday bundle. First you get the Kids Guide to President Trump.
Oh
man. Includes access to learning our history's great again, restoring faith in America, video lesson, and digital workbook for kids.
Okay, I see a picture of that's Abraham Lincoln and is that
George Washington?
Yep, George Washington. They're swearing in Donald Trump on a holy Bible.
It says Holy Bible.
Yep, in front of Congress. So nothing about that image is correct.
It's in front of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Apparently he forgot he put his hand on the book because he can't stop lying.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to put your right hand on the Bible?
Yeah. It's his left.
Yeah. Or no, maybe...
no, you put your right hand up.
Yeah, you put your right hand up. So it is correct. All right.
Yeah.
And then you put your left foot in and you take your right foot out.
Yeah.
If you order within the next 30 minutes, it comes with a free snazzy brown uniform for the children.
No, but it does include a free President Trump ornament.
And lessons on how to goose step.
Wow. That is really, really scary.
The cartoon illustrations are really terrifying, too. So it looks like Abraham Lincoln is wearing eyeliner.
And Trump's really skinny.
Yeah. And his skin's not quite orange enough.
I don't know if I can just let's see if I've got a capture device set up where I could try and capture this maybe. Oh, I do. I can put it right on the camera for folks maybe.
Well, I heard that about Lincoln, that he was a bit of a goth kid.
Yeah. Yeah, with a top hat like that, you have to be.
Well, they kept the hair out of his face, you know? Yeah.
All right. There's some Christmas gifts you should not buy for anyone, especially your children.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if they do come out with Trump toilet paper before the holiday, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Also in the news, you got to go watch this. The White House put out their annual Christmas video that the first ladies always do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been lambasted. It's only been out for a day. One poster posted the United States of bananas. Imagine thinking this gives America the Christmas spirit, another person wrote. Another, you're so strange, bizarre, and freaky, Mrs. Madam Vice President.
Where's the problem?
Yeah, Mrs. First Lady. Somebody else posted, utterly tacky and tasteless. Looks like the White House switched from cocaine to acid.
I mean, that would be a refreshing change, actually.
Another one posted absolute garbage, adding it was embarrassing and inappropriate for children. But I watched it. I didn't see that. What I did see is a lot of people tap dancing with some music that really doesn't feel like Christmas music, and a lot of people with flowers on their head, which doesn't seem very Christmassy to me. But it's different.
Apparently they were tap dancing to the Nutcracker.
Oh, didn't sound like the Nutcracker. Maybe they just weren't tapping very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So, a little different there, but it's okay. All right. Hold on. My browser's crashing. There we go. All right. It really doesn't like that Christmas video. I'm not even going to try to play it. I was going to give you a few seconds of it. My computer said, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Do you guys remember the year that Melania Trump decorated the hallway of the White House to look like some sort of like dystopian nightmare? You remember that with the red light, all the red trees in a row, and the like, sort of doom-inspiring lighting? That was fun.
Yeah, looked like it was out of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because Krampus was president.
You're really quick with those drops there, Scott.
I'm on fire. It's the last show. All right. Wow. Has Kathryn showed up yet?
She is. She's sitting right behind me.
She is sitting right behind you.
Hi, Kathryn.
Well, if you slide, on that little thing that I have on the computer that you can pull over for the setup for the morning show, the very bottom of it is our sponsors. And let's make sure you get those in, and we can go to break a little bit early and let him get set up on the camera so we can talk to Kathryn about tonight's live play and radio broadcast.
Yes.
All right, stay with us. We're going to be back with Kathryn. We've also got some really fun, odd news stories in the Christmas vein. We want you to stay right here. It's Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7, and we are right back with Kathryn Patton from the Chewelah Center for the Arts.
A little quick there.
That's all right.
Gratitude and togetherness.
Merry Christmas is a trademark of the Xmas Corporation and should not be repeated without written permission.
Listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah Valley, Deer Park.
It's 8:05.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or ChewelahMotelandRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW, Chewelah, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW Chewelah.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, December the 15th, 2023. I'm Mike Clifford. Mass shootings across the U.S. have many calling for more gun restrictions. But it wasn't until a Texas newspaper raised legal questions about a fundraiser that a local police association canceled at its holiday raffle for an assault weapon.
Publisher of the Caldwell Hayes Examiner, Jordan Buckley, says the Police Association of Lockhart held the same raffle last year. But his reporting found the group had only been a 501c nonprofit for 2 years, and state law says that's 1 year shy of being able to legally sponsor a raffle. He says some in the community were unhappy with the newspaper's sleuthing.
We merely pointed out the fact that law enforcement was breaking the law, and that's not a great brand. And in this case, raffling off weapons that kill lots of people to be able to provide toys for kids for Christmas, it just seems ridiculous.
Following the Examiner's reporting, the Police Association of Lockhart announced it had canceled the raffle. I'm Roz Brown.
According to the Giffords Law Center, Texas has no law restricting assault weapons. As a result, researchers have found Texas is the leading source of weapons trafficked into Mexico. That is more than nearly every other state combined. Now from the Associated Press, Congress departing Washington Thursday without a deal to pass wartime support for Ukraine, but Senate negotiators and President Biden still racing to wrap up a border security compromise to unlock the stalemate before the end of the year. The AP reports the Senate plan to come back next week in hopes of passing the $110 billion package of aid to Ukraine, Israel, and other national security, finalizing a deal to place new restrictions on asylum claims at the U.S. border. And just in time for the holidays, 2 North Carolina A&T State University graduates are taking a stand against hunger among college students and making a difference in 3 states.
Nearly 30% of four-year university students and 40% of two-year college students face food insecurity. So Michaela Williams and Alexis Ray founded MarketBox in 2019 to bridge the gap. Now their mission extends beyond their own school, sending food boxes to college students in Alabama, North Carolina, and Texas. Williams emphasizes the hidden struggle of many students and says education shouldn't come at the cost of a decent meal.
We always hear the notion, you're just a broke college student, and it is a joke for a lot of people, but it is a very serious thing that a lot of people do overlook. And so through MarketBox, we really try to not only buy food, but buy food with intention.
Shantia Hudson reporting.
Along with fighting food insecurity, MarketBox places a special emphasis on supporting students at historically black colleges and universities. This is Public News Service. Next to Pennsylvania, where non-farming jobs have surged past pre-pandemic levels.
The report from the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association says the state has added 1.2 million positions in just 3.5 years. Rebecca O'Shea with the association says the numbers reveal strength in the fields of trade, transportation, and utilities. And she notes some employers are still struggling to fill their open positions.
Pennsylvania's latest statistics show for every 6 unemployed Pennsylvanian, there are 10 job openings. Frankly, we do not have enough unemployed individuals to fill the open positions, and this impacts decision-making by unemployed workers, employers, and existing workers.
The report says hospitality, leisure, and government were the industries lagging. It also breaks down the statewide data so people will better understand where the jobs are geographically. For Public News Service, I'm Danielle Smith.
Meantime, roughly 200,000 Minnesota households lack access to high-speed internet. Affordability is an issue for some, and 2 regions are ramping up outreach to connect these people with federal aid to offset the costs.
The Tri-County Action Program, which assists low-income households in the St. Cloud area, is one of 3 grantees in Minnesota educating people about the SCC's Affordable Connectivity Initiative. Those eligible can receive up to $30 a month toward their internet bill. Tri-County's Teresa Flink says all families, no matter their income level, deserve to have a reliable internet connection.
In this day and age, it's no longer just a want, it's a need.
Flink says in her part of the state, program participation is fairly low. And with more state and federal investments to expand broadband infrastructure, she says it's important to help ensure families can afford the service. In the St. Paul area, Ramsey County and the Neighborhood House Organization also have received outreach grants. I'm Mike Moen.
Finally, Terry D lets us know chilly temperatures in Indiana mean turning up the thermostat at home, which can pose challenges for families
Indiana's Energy Assistance Program provides a one-time annual amount to approved households to help with their heating costs, usually if utilities have been or are about to be disconnected. EAP Community Programs Manager Thomas Hartnett Russell says energy costs have risen faster than the general inflation rate this year, which has spurred more requests for relief.
We had a lot more people that we were seeing who had never been on the program before, might not have been aware of the program before. We're seeing unprecedented numbers of people, I think, who are just having difficulty meeting all of these obligations.
This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's on interesting radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show once again. Thanks, God, it's Friday. I think we're going to do that every Friday from now on, Scott. Yes. So we're back from our break. We're here with Scott Allen, Jet Timmons, myself, Chuck Ritchie, and our special guest today, the specialist of them all, Kathryn Patton.
Good morning. Thank you.
She is the director and the mastermind behind our play tonight and over the weekend at the Center for the Arts. We're glad to have her here, and I'm so grateful for everything she's done for all this stuff. She's amazing. She's the best. Thank you, Kathryn. And thank you for being here.
Well, you're most certainly welcome. You're making me blush now.
So, Kathryn, how long have you guys been getting ready for this?
We've been working at it about 6 or 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My understanding is that when you did it, Scott, that you did it after about 2 takes. You read it 2 or 3 times and you were on the air.
And one practice.
Yeah.
And so it might not have been the best, but it's on YouTube.
Well, the cast last night, I was telling them that, and I said, "You're welcome." After I said that, and they just laughed. So we worked this a lot longer. We didn't do it in just 2 takes. And I got to tell you something. These guys have worked so hard. But the fun part about it is that it's such an easy show to do compared to a show that's not a radio show that has all the blocking and the sets and everything. They're able to read, but what that has given them is the opportunity to work so hard on their voices and their inflections. And so most of our actors haven't even done a radio play like this before. They depend on their face and their body to help bring emotion. But now it's just their voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been awesome to watch them blossom. This has been wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, so it's really kind of like you're probably giving them, because I know you've got lots of experience in theater, you're probably giving them basically voice lessons in the vein of not like for singing, but for speech, right?
Pretty much so. Being from the South myself, and I'm sure you can't tell by my accent,
No.
Working with different accents can be very challenging. And we do have some challenges when it comes to the British accent, but we have some that are just outstanding. And so it's going to be kind of fun. It's like me as a Southern girl trying to talk like I was from Australia or something. It's never going to sound just absolutely perfect, but it makes it so much fun for everybody to do. And some people, I said, just don't even worry about it. You're an American that's visiting. Don't
Right.
even worry about
Right.
it. But they have really come a big distance in their inflections. Their emotion is coming through when they're really happy, and the sadness that's experienced through the show in a few places. It's just outstanding. I'm just so proud of these men and women.
There are a few like legitimately tearjerker moments.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
and twice
Like,
I get
yeah.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Paula Randall is the name of a woman who is relatively new to Chewelah, as well as her husband Daniel, and they're both involved with the show. He's our lead sound effects person, and Paula is our narrator. She has a wonderful accent, but oh my gosh, when she speaks, there are times in there that I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
And other times you have to smile.
Yeah.
You can't not
Yeah.
smile. It's wonderful.
And she doesn't. Her and her husband don't know it yet, but they are my new best friends.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
No, I'm really glad they're in town. They're lovely people, and I'm.
It's so talented.
Yeah, it's so talented, and they're both musicians, and we're gonna hopefully get them back here and doing some music and.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she's even leading a Christmas caroling day here. We're having a meeting at her house, and we're going to walk up and down the streets of Chihuahua and mess up everybody's Christmas Eve night.
Nice.
By singing to her.
I think it would be fantastic in a future radio play to do a musical.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a new piano, though.
Yeah. We have a piano in here still.
I know. That's why I said, can we have a new one, please?
Yep. So
Scott can fix that for us.
Just needs to get tuned up. It's fine.
I played
Kathryn,
it. Yes.
share some of the cast of locals that are in this show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! So Dave Tupek is playing Scrooge. Dave was in Over the River and Through the Woods. Played Nunzio, the Italian grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
He played a thug. An Italian thug in the last one, where I got to play his opposite him, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
He's so talented.
You played his love interest.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got to kiss him.
Yeah, a lot.
No, it wasn't a lot.
A few times.
It wasn't.
And you were my auntie in that one.
I was.
Yeah,
I was your aunt.
Yeah.
We had a good time with you on that.
No, it was fun.
So Dave is playing that, and then we have Ed Bryan from Deer Park, who is a playwright himself and quite a wonderful one. Has accolades for his musical writing, and so he is the announcer from the radio station, as well as a few other parts.
He really has that like 40s, that very official 40s radio station voice.
He does.
It's really good.
Which is why he got cast that way. He's very
really
good. And we have Rachel Christensen. We have Sharon Ludwig from the theater.
Oh my goodness, she is doing amazing.
Isn't
she sounds so
good. Oh my gosh, I was so proud of her. She was so worried about it. And I said, Sharon, I'm telling you, you've got this. And she really does.
Yeah.
She really does.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have some other newbies. Blake Weirs, who has a YouTube channel about making over his mobile home. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
And then we have Terrence Town, and he is a senior in high school. And oh my gosh, he's got a great Cockney accent. He's doing great.
Yeah.
We're going to lose him because he's going to Evergreen College for recording and this kind of thing that you do, Chuck.
Oh, cool.
He's going to follow in your footsteps.
When he comes back, he's got a job. It doesn't pay well, but
it's okay.
But
it's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm not getting paid for this morning.
No.
There's coffee on the front counter.
That's all I need.
Yeah,
I'm
there
good.
you go.
That's
there
good.
you go.
I'm so cheap. I'm good. Give me coffee.
I even have vanilla creamer over there.
Oh,
yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Not that. Nah.
All right. If you want to catch the show tonight, make note on our Facebook page. I put the link. I'm sure it's on the Chihuahua Center for the Arts page as well, but we've got a link there if you're watching the show this morning or listening, and you can go ahead and get your tickets for that. Showtime's at 7 o'clock tonight. And then you're moving it to the Chihuahua Center for the Arts for Saturday. You've got a show there at 7, and then again at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts on Sunday at 2 p.m. So I don't want people to get confused. It's at the radio station tonight. And it's going to have a live studio audience. We're going to broadcast it on the radio and across all of our media platforms, Twitch, our website, YouTube, Facebook. It's going to be a big deal. And then you've got shows this weekend, like I said, at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. Has that posed any problems for you technically, Kathryn, to do the show in one location one night and then another location for 2 more shows?
Well, I don't think that I would say problem, but it's lots of challenges. How about that?
Okay.
Our sound man, Jay Andrews, he's just outstanding. And,
amazing.
And so flexible and willing. He works so hard. And so we're moving equipment back and forth, and we've got sound effects, lots of sound effects things, sleigh bells and doors and all those things that we have to do to make all the sounds for the radios. That's been going back and forth for our rehearsals. But I think we've got it down now to a science. We're carpooling over so we don't take up too many parking places, The other thing I wanted to make sure that everybody knows about the show tonight, and that is, come on, be here on time.
Yeah.
Because we are starting on time, and you don't want to come in the middle of the show, or after the show has started.
Right. Yeah, and it's so talking about the sound effects, the live sound effects. We have there's this whole sound effect table. There's
the crunching in the snow.
Yeah. What is that? That's
it's cornstarch. It's boxes of cornstarch that are wrapped in duct tape.
Yeah.
And you squeeze them, and it sounds just like crunching in snow. It's so cool.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. They're in the promos that you in here in the microphone with that box. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Now we're also going to have hot toddies. and mulled wine, as well as our other beer and wine and concessions at the center.
At the center,
now,
yeah.
not here at the
Nope,
radio
yeah.
station, but we'll have concessions, but not the mulled wine. Sorry.
We'll have coffee and hot chocolate.
There you go. Oh,
But no alcohol here in the theater. Alcohol and radio doesn't mix, contrary to popular belief.
Oh, but it does in the theater, so we have a good time. We hope there's a lot left over so the cast can enjoy it after the show.
Yeah.
I want to give Jay Andrews another plug.
Yes.
I've known Jay since he was probably about 8 because I was best friends with his older brother in high school. And I want to give him some kudos because when I came back, it's been about 9 months now. How long you been working, Chuck?
About that, yeah. Since May.
Yeah. So when I came back and trained Chuck, I tried to get the mixing board there and the sound system because I'd been gone for over a year back up to par and didn't have the time. And Jay's been instrumental, I think, in helping Chuck come in, figure out the sound system, and get it wired back up properly. So a big round of Jay for not only doing what he does for the Chihuahua Center for the Arts, but coming in on his own time and helping the public radio station get our theater back up and going. A big round of applause for Jay Andrews.
He's outstanding.
Not just back up and going, but like really done well and single-handedly. I mean, seriously, I came in here, I really had no idea what I was doing with that stuff. And
and I can't tell you for an absolute sure that this is the hardest he's had to work on a show since he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I've taken up a whole lot more of his time than the other shows have, trying to get all the timing right for all the sound effects. But he's been so instrumental in helping the whole cast with their timing because he's right on it. I mean, he is on it. And so it's just a joy to work with him.
I think he's enjoying it, though. I think he really likes, because he's kind of the, I mean, we've got some great cast members, but he's kind of the star of this show.
He kind of is.
Yeah,
You're right.
He's kind of running this. It's based on the sound, and this is like Jay's show.
Well, without the sound effects, it's just people talking. I mean, it's not a play.
Yeah.
So you've got to be there.
Yes.
You got to get it in there. And between Daniel and the other cast members that are helping with the sound effects and Jay, you're going to feel like you're in the snow. You're going to those bells start ringing. You're going to it's going to bother you. You're going to feel this.
Yeah.
So he's done a phenomenal job, and I'm so glad you said that, Scott, because he is really outstanding.
I was going to bring it up if Scott didn't, and not only has he set that up, he's teaching me how to use it and teaching me how to set it up so I can use that in the future, and it's really cool, and I love working with Jay. He's such a good guy.
Well, we also have to say Bob Stevens has come in and done all the lights. He's brought some lights over from the theater, and so it makes all the difference in the world. And he's tweaking, and he knows his stuff about that, and so we really appreciate Bob doing all that too.
And we have lights.
Yes.
Yeah. With on their own dimmers, and they're actually the can lights that go up there with the colored gels and everything.
Yep.
That have been donated to the radio station now. Yes. Yeah, and they're all set up and ready to go.
Collaboration, arts in the community.
And that's one thing. That's one thing too. This collaboration, this whole process, and KCHW since the beginning, Scott, you set this up, this whole thing with community celebrations and the theater since day one.
Chihuahua's Got Talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing I don't want to throw a wrench into your sound stuff, but one thing I'm going to point out, and it's kind of behind the scenes, but I'll throw it out anyways. One of the things I had when I did shows, when I did the very first one, I realized I needed a mic for the room and the crowd, because what would happen is, because we were primarily doing music when we first started doing shows, and when the song would end and the crowd would applaud, you were only getting the sound of the applause through the microphones on stage. And it was very muted to where I had to go back and add in applause and raise the volume of that. So it's really a good idea, if you guys have an extra microphone, to put it in the back by the crowd and kind of pick up some of that. Not really loud, because you don't want to cover up voices, but a way to pick up a little bit of the crowd reactions and applause and stuff like that. So at certain times, you might want to have a mic in the back of the room, and at certain times, bring that up, especially at the end of the show when the crowd goes nuts, that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm sure that
just
Jay will
add to that live broadcast feel to have the live studio audience in there too.
Well, I'll tell Jay that you said that, not me, because I'm not going to add any work to it. So I'm going to say Scott
just
says.
a suggestion. I know it's late in the game, but you might not, with a cast like that, you might not have the microphone available even. But if you do, it's kind of a neat little trick to kind of get the audience in there too.
I did that for the Isaac. Yeah, I did that for the Isaac Tanaskett show, and it did pick up some of that.
Well, that's a great idea.
Applause, yeah.
And Jay has done a great job at the theater in making sure that we have what we need. So we have mics, and even the mics that we're using are 1940s style mics that he got specifically for this, and we'll also use it for our. Nothing to Lose Productions when they do their Singer series.
Oh, yeah.
We'll use it for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
because that'll
nice.
look really
Very
great.
classy.
Yeah, it looks good.
Very cool.
All right. Are we missing anything that you wanted to tease?
Mainly the fact that if you've never attended a radio show, my favorite thing, I was speaking with Gerald Arnold yesterday or the day before, whenever, I'm sorry, I'm a little off time here, when I picked up the inserts for the program, and I said, are you going to be able to listen? He goes, oh, nobody's ever asked me if I was going to be listening to a play before. And he said, that's not, he said, I am going to listen on Friday, I'm going to see it in person on Sunday. I would also suggest that part of the show, that you close your eyes in the audience, is that you listen to it only. The actors are acting. I mean, they are playing the part on stage, but sometimes you'll hear their voice and you expect their face and their body to be doing something in particular because of what they're saying. Well, they don't do that. It's all voice and a little bit of face.
Yeah.
And so closing your eyes while you're listening to the radio puts you in that spot. So just as an idea, people sometimes when they come to the show, just close your eyes for a little bit and listen.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
Yeah,
good advice. I like
very, very cool.
I like to do that during the morning show with Scott, so I don't see the screen.
Burn!
Are you with me? Are you with me? Somebody wake him up.
Wow.
All right, Kathryn, you come to Chewelah with a whole bunch of experience. Can you give us kind of just, I want people to know about, because behind the scenes, people rave about you when you're not around. And what a wonderful addition you are to the Chewelah Center for the Arts.
How wonderful.
And
Thank you.
I just give us a little bio.
Well, I went to college on a vocal scholarship, and so musical theater was pretty much when I grew up. I started singing on stage when I was 9, but singing was always my thing. But then I became a nurse. So I started with community theater, high school theater, and so on community theater at a very young age. And then when I went to college on a scholarship for my voice, I actually ended up graduating though with a nursing degree.
Wow.
And so as a traveling nurse, I didn't get to be in shows too awfully much when I was traveling. But I have been able to, maybe 45 plays in my life that I've been in. And I've been so lucky to have the most wonderful mentors in directing. The very first show I ever directed was 9 to 5, believe it or not, musical. And I'm hoping to do that here. I planned to do that last year, and I just didn't have enough men vocalists that auditioned. So we're going to try to get another year or so, and we'll have we have better mics now. We have better sound system in there, and so on and so forth. And so I've directed dramas, comedies, and musicals now, and everyone here has been so gracious. When I first came, it was Sherry Freeman that just took me under her wing and introduced me to everybody, got me involved with become a member of the board, and just pretty much gave me free rein, said, here, have some fun and do some stuff. And I've just been so fortunate to have her as a mentor. And Sharon, when I first came to town, she was just so open. We're just so happy to have somebody that's from someplace different that can bring in new ideas and so on. And it's great. And I said pretty much the same thing to the cast last night. All you new people, you're part of Park Avenue Players now. Come to our meetings. Get on our board. It's up to you. It's a community theater. We always have auditions. It's not precast. It all depends on who shows up, who gets what part.
Yep.
And so it's a wonderful thing. And I've been so fortunate in my life, Scott, to be able to be involved in so many community theaters. Because I've lived in 15 states in Australia, so I even got to be in the theater some in Australia. So it's been a wonderful time in theater for me. And the camaraderie that you pick up. Not everybody believes everything about the same, right? I mean, we're all humans, we're all diverse, and so on. But when you're in the theater, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You're there to perform. You're there for your ego. You're there for your community. You're there to make your experience good and to get more education on your craft and what you're doing as a hobby. So I just love it. I love seeing artists bloom. And when they start, something new happens and they just come forward and they've learned their part. And I just watching Dave's voice in this for Ebenezer. He changes it throughout the whole show. You'll notice that he's really gruff and gravelly at the very beginning of it and everything. But as he changes, so does his voice. That didn't come from me. I didn't direct him that. That's him. He's just, it's just going to be a wonderful show.
He hits those tender moments, and it's like, wow, this is Chewelah Community Theater here. This is like real deal stuff. Yeah.
See, I don't believe in the fact that anybody that says, well, it's community, it's a small town. It's just a small town. If it's not great, it doesn't matter. No. I'm not having a show that isn't outstanding.
Yep.
I'm just not having it.
Yep. Agreed.
Excellent.
Agreed.
And I'm gonna go with you on that camaraderie thing. When I look back at my years in school in Chewelah, because I am a JHS graduate, the biggest part I think of who I am today was 4 years of high school drama with Sherry Frizzell. It changed me. I think it opened my mind, and the camaraderie. I know you get from sports, you get that team camaraderie, but there is nothing like the bond you build when you're doing a play.
Right.
And the best natural high in life is at the end of a show.
Yes.
And when you want to notch that up by 150%, the final performance. There is no feeling on the planet like that. If you've never done any kind of theater and you're shy or whatever, we have an excellent person to help you right there with Kathryn. Get involved in the arts. Be involved in the arts in your community. This is a great weekend. What a perfect weekend before the holidays to do something like this. And it's not just Chewelah. There are other community groups around the country that have kind of revitalized this radio theater thing. And one of the things we do on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock is always a production from LA Theater Works. And they kind of got the ball rolling again to where this has really grown in radio, doing plays on it again. And I'm asking the community to come out and support what Chuck and Kathryn have and the whole cast have put together, and the work that's gone into it. And really, this is a chance to support the arts, to support your public radio station as well. Get out tonight. Go see it again Saturday. Go see it again Sunday.
Yeah.
Get out there and enjoy this play. Tickets one more time. our.show/Chewelah/Carol.
Yeah.
They also can go to the Chewelah Center for the Arts.org, and there is a link there.
Yep.
So you can just go to our website also.
Yeah. And another thing, talking about this, people coming out from the community and doing this. The first of all, the number of people that showed up just instantly on day one on these rehearsals.
I know.
Huge turnout.
The auditions.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so this is a really great way, not only to do this for the radio station, for radio, and to get more people involved. It's a nice, gentle dipping your toes into the acting waters.
Exactly.
Because you get to carry your script, but then you'll get that little bit of confidence. You'll get that adrenaline high from doing it. And then that'll bring more people not only here doing this, but into the theater as well. They'll just carry over and get more and more people involved.
The whole idea behind this is that I wanted to do something for Christmas in the theater because when families are in town, there's sometimes right in front of Christmas, there's nothing going on. Everything happens in the first 2 weeks of December, and the closest to Christmas. So it depends on, of course, what day Christmas is on. But I want to do this every year. I want to do something for Christmas. And it's a family event. We have hot chocolate for the kiddos. They don't get the. And we may have mulled cider for them.
That's a good idea.
Seeing how many burners we have on the stove, to do all this. But the fact that we can do this so close to Christmas. People didn't have to memorize things when it's such a busy time of the year. And that was I want people to be more involved. And so doing this, you're just exactly right. People who are at my age and older, we have a little harder time remembering lines than we used to. It's a little more difficult now. I know I'm only 29, but sometimes things, what are you laughing at me? What?
No. No, I was laughing because I can't. You're not 29 yet.
Oh, you're so silly. But anyway, so it's a great way to be able to do it and not have to memorize lines, not have to worry about your blocking. The rehearsal schedule. I mean, it's the play is about right in an hour, so it's not as long. The rehearsals weren't as long. There's just not as much time commitment, but you still get to do it.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
And
I'm so glad we were able to do it. And thank you, Chuck, for saying yes.
Yeah, thank you as well for saying
yes.
it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am so looking forward to watching it and listening to it tonight from Maine. So I'm very, very excited. Staying up late tonight just for that.
And just to touch on something Scott said too earlier, and this is for parents listening and everything too. I did both in high school. I was a theater nerd and a football player. You know, I wrestled, I played football, and I did theater. And I don't think I'm in contact with anybody from sports. Like sports. High school ended and, they just disappeared in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in touch with most of the people that I was friends with in the theater.
Wow.
Because that's where the bonds happen.
Right.
That's.
Well, you become so vulnerable in the theater.
Right.
And so you have to, and people are very trustworthy there because they're vulnerable too.
Yeah.
Scott hit right on and we was talking about the camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's because like when you're auditioning and I say, no, I need something bigger. Give me more. And you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to make a fool of myself, But auditioning is my favorite thing because you do get to make a fool of yourself if you want to, and you get to become someone else.
Yeah.
And it's just fun for me. And if they're not big enough during it, I can get it out of them for the show, So.
And especially for kids, I mean, sports are great. It's great to be physical. It's great to have the activity. And there is the bonding that happens, and that's great. But very, very few, and this is just statistically, very few people that are in sports and children ever go into sports as adults or any sport-related industry. But what the things you learn in theater, you can use in your life for just about anything in life. I mean, job interviews,
It's exactly what Scott said. You'll use it for the rest of your life.
Pretending like you like dealing with people at work, I
wouldn't know anything about that. I wouldn't. Scott wouldn't either, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in today. We're coming to the end of the show. We've got a crazy odd news holiday edition we want to roll out. We want to say a big thank you, Kathryn Patton. Thank you so much for coming in today and telling us about the show tonight and just being involved with the theater and now the radio station. We love you.
Oh, thank you. I love y'all too. Thank you.
All right, catch her tonight live at the KCHW studios. Doors are going to be closing right before 7, so don't wait. Showtime starts at 7. It's a live broadcast, so we need to be on time.
Yeah.
Unlike the morning show.
I'll try to be here on time too.
All right. All right. One more time, round of applause, Kathryn Patton, and we're heading for Odd News. Thank you, Kathryn.
Thank you so much.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, here we go with today's Odd News. We're doubling up on you. We're going to start off like usual with the news attack, where the first part's true and the second part is a bad joke. And then before the wacky but true stories, we have Christmas attack. So, Jet, you didn't get to participate in the last conversation very much. You were just enjoying it and sitting back and listening. I saw you nodding your head. You did some theater in school too?
I did, yeah. I was thinking about saying this, but I didn't. I did my high school musical, which was The Music Man. Nice. And all through high school, I was kind of the punk kid that really didn't want to do that sort of thing. I got talked into it my senior year, and I don't regret doing it. I regret not doing it before.
Right.
And because it really is, it teaches you a lot about yourself and a lot about people that you work with. Mm-hmm. And it also gives you a really, really deep appreciation for television and movies, things that you see, productions, how much goes on behind the scenes, because you see a television show and it's just sort of there for you. But when you participate in theater, you see how much work goes on behind the scenes, how much scheduling everybody has to be on it.
It's a lot of work. So I was the vice president of our thespian society in high school.
Nice.
And I got the one time I got kicked off stage was it was a variety show. I got kicked off stage by the principal in the middle of the show. It was a variety show, and everybody were coming up with their little skits and little acts and stuff. And mine was sort of a break in between the shows. I don't know if you remember, there were the old I think it was Charmin or one of the toilet paper commercials where they went out and played soccer, and the kids were getting beat up, and they stuffed toilet paper down for padding in their clothes so they didn't get hurt. Well, this was a spin on that, where there was two young adults going out on a date and getting prepared for their date, and one used the toilet paper for stuffing something, and the boy used the toilet paper for stuffing something else, and we actually got kicked off the stage.
Oh man.
I don't get that at all. All right.
That's because you're too busy stuffing it in your shoes to make you look taller.
Wow.
A chat with you, and somehow death loses its sting.
All right. Let's use those acting chops, Jet, and kick us off on the news attack.
All right. Well, a study found that the genes we carry from Neanderthals may influence the shape of our skulls. It makes sense here on camera. You can see my big forehead. That explains why I can never find a hat that works for me. I do look like a Neanderthal in this camera.
No, you don't. You are going bald, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
Chuck knows.
Well,
It's a mature hairline.
Chuck will talk to you about that after the show.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, you're up.
We'll have a talk, Jet. Yeah. Call me. Yeah, in the UK, a truck smashed through a home, narrowly missing a woman sleeping on the couch. I wonder if the crash woke up the driver sleeping in the truck, though.
More sleeping. People with bedtime snoring and breathing problems may be using up far more calories while they sleep. I'm losing weight. That's because they have to fend off pillow attacks from whoever's sleeping next to them.
Wow.
All right. Well, a Florida man has almost 2,500 VHS copies of the movie Titanic, which I believe is a two cassette box set.
It is.
Wow.
He's not collecting VHS tapes. He's building a VHS Berg.
That's crazy. Wow. Research shows you only have 27 seconds to make a good first impression. That's also exactly how long it takes for my awkward silence to kick in.
That's what it was. I don't have to prompt you. I'm just waiting for the awkward silence.
It's, awkwardness is my superpower, Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you were pausing, you might have missed this. Research shows you only have 27 seconds to make a good first impression. Guess I should stop leading with, do you believe in aliens?
Nah, but I believe in Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
They just want you to believe the earth is round.
Japanese engineers have successfully test-fired a space rocket engine which runs on cow poop. In other words, the future of space travel smells like a farm.
Yeah, it's about time.
In space, no one can hear you smell.
That's going to start a whole new kind of war. I don't know what they're shooting at our planet, but it sure stinks. I prefer the radio waves.
It'll be a bunch of people running around fields with sticks, flinging cow patties at each other.
It's the future.
Ironically, as a child, that's how I flirted.
They laughed at us when we built spacesuits for cattle, but who's laughing now?
So a study determined that the benefits of exercise begin to fade after 10 days. Most people understand that to mean that they should maintain their daily workout schedule. I understand it to mean that I only have to exercise once every 9 days.
Sounds good.
This is a game changer.
On to the Christmas attack. Here we go. With my trip home coming up, I wanted to avoid the holiday rush, so I've sent my luggage to the airline so they could go ahead and lose it now.
I just like to leave mine out by the curb and wait for someone to take it.
Yeah. Some carolers came to our door last night singing songs of the season. Afterwards, they expected a handout, so I made the most of the moment. I was able to get rid of the last of the Thanksgiving leftovers.
Wow. We got rid of
Lindsay's
ours the other day.
on me about leftovers this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah? Did you make it rid of it quick?
She sent me a picture. I guess the 29th of November is throw out your Thanksgiving leftovers day. She sent that to me. She's like, clear it out. Get rid of it. I don't care. If it smells good, it tastes good.
You're still eating it?
Yeah. I just said I gave some to carolers last night.
Yeah, I remember the year we popped that popcorn, strung it on the tree. It was a chore cleaning salt and melted butter off the decorations, though.
You know, when I was a kid, my folks let me open one present before Christmas. Now that I have my own kids, I have a new tradition. On Christmas Eve, I let each of them open one of my credit card bills.
This one's for you, and this one's for you. Now get a
Merry
job.
Christmas.
Tiny Tim, you're special. You get the Amex one this year. Oh my goodness. The neighbors put up too many Christmas lights this year. I can tell because airplanes keep trying to land in their yard.
So Scott said he was having problems stringing popcorn on his tree. I told him I thought stringing was it's the popping I don't care for. And he said, "Oh, you pop yours?"
Trying to get that needle through the kernel of corn. I had to pre-drill every one of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scott's got his drill out. I'm like, Scott, what are you doing?
Felt like a dentist doing baby teeth.
I want to be a dentist.
I want to be a dentist. A little more enthusiasm, Chuck.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I'm so happy that Christmas falls on a Monday this year because I plan to visit my mom, and visiting day at the Geiger Correctional Facility is on Sundays.
There you go.
Oh, good. Yep, that's going to work for you here in Maine. It's really a season of two opposites. Leaves fall, snow falls, temperatures fall, and relatives drop in. Yet our stress level's up. Our credit card balance is up. The tree won't stay up, and the relatives won't shut up.
Wow. All right. What a downer. Let's see if we can fix that up. Today's wacky but true stories. We don't add anything to these, but a television or movie soundtrack. I got a special couple montages I did today, too. So.
Oh, good.
Chuck Ritchie, you're up.
Luke's Bowl caused chaos at a New Jersey Newark Penn Station, that's a mouthful, Thursday morning, resulting in a 45-minute delays for commuters. The police were called to the scene to safely corral the large bovine, which had ventured onto the train tracks. After its run through Penn Station, the bull made its way towards the airport, but was eventually corralled by police officers. The source of the bull and how it managed to escape is currently unknown.
Bull.
Baloney.
Will always announce his arrival that way?
Same way, different tune. You better let him in.
Spain.
Yeah, I'm with the bull. Minion, I'm a villain without a hero. A yin with no yang. A bullfighter with no bull to fight. In other words, I have no purpose.
You think you're ready to run with the bulls?
Hey, Paul, your prize bull. Killed every one of them. Not for food either.
She takes one look at me and she goes, "Oh my God, I've had the old bull. Now I want the young calf."
For you, señorita, I will fight the bull. Yes? No?
Hello, Mr. Bull. Let's you and me fight.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I love every year Anchorage has a tradition. It's the running of the caribou. And in the streets of downtown Anchorage, they release the caribou or reindeer. Actually, running of the reindeer, which is a caribou. They release the reindeer down in the streets of downtown Anchorage, and people run with the reindeer down the middle of the street.
Does anybody get trampled?
No, they're quite docile. Actually, it's not quite the same.
I didn't know that reindeer and caribou were the same thing.
Reindeer and caribou, same animal, same thing.
Huh.
Yep.
All right, attempted murder over tacos. Dale Martin of Morgantown, West Virginia, has been charged with attempted murder after allegedly shooting at one of his relatives in their home. According to the criminal complaint, the incident started when Martin got irate at an unnamed victim and his girlfriend because they'd eaten all the tacos. The victim and his girlfriend told police Martin got a rifle from his bedroom, and when the victim tried to run upstairs, Martin shot into the spot where he'd been standing.
Wow.
I had you all over here for dinner. Fish tacos. This is how you do me.
Today will not be known as Taco Tuesday. It will be known as Freedom Friday. But still on a Tuesday.
I don't get it. Tacos?
I don't get it either.
I think that's an appropriate reaction. If you eat all my tacos, I'm going to shoot you.
you.
Yeah.
I think so. We went to a holiday party once, and there was somebody ate all the deviled eggs, like immediately. Before anybody started eating, everyone we sat down to eat, and the deviled eggs were gone. This one man ate like 24 deviled eggs to himself before dinner started. It's like, what in the
We were talking this year at Thanksgiving as we had deviled eggs about how you can eat like 500 deviled eggs, but imagine just eating that many hard-boiled eggs. You couldn't do it.
No.
It's about the mayonnaise.
It's the mayonnaise.
Could you pass the lamb?
It was we were equal parts angry because we didn't get any, and really, really impressed.
Yeah.
I'd be upset, but wow.
Yeah,
disgusted.
Yeah. I'm not even mad.
The human stomach can expand to fit 24 deviled eggs.
It wasn't even a contest.
Right? He just did it.
All right, this is a good one. In Longwood, California, a bear killed a deer in someone's front yard. E.J. Levin, the owner, wasn't home at the time, but his wife called him. He was able to bring up security footage of the incident. The deer died quickly, being just a holiday decoration with lights on it. But the bear flattened it anyway and dragged it away.
But just when you think the display is complete, the Christmas parade comes right down the street. And right when you think that you've just seen it all, comes a huge waffle Santa that's 50 feet tall.
Good.
And Scott, you made the news again, all the way in China.
I did.
Yeah. A man in China who had a strange fetish for sniffing his own socks after work whiffed his way to a hospital visit. The 39-year-old man went to the hospital with a cough and chest pains. Do you need a moment, Jet?
I think he does. He's picturing it.
Initially, he was diagnosed with pneumonia, but after his condition worsened, further tests revealed it was a fungal infection. That's when the man informed the doctors of his habit. He enjoyed the smell of his own foot fragrance. Every day after work, he would smell his stinky socks before washing them. His sock sniffing enabled fungal spores to develop into a full-blown pulmonary infection.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Now I wear a mask. Listen closely to this.
Did he tell you about a little bedtime problem?
Mama.
He has to wear 2 pairs of socks.
No man is supposed to have stinky feet.
Well, maybe you've just never gotten past the sniffing bud stage. That's what that sounds like to me.
Oh, my God. I think we're going to need the AED for Jet.
I'm all right.
Oh, yeah, you're all right.
You need some smelling salts and some smelling socks.
All right. Last odd news story of 2023. Investigators from the Pinellas County, Florida Sheriff's Office working a burglary case were given a tip and detained a man, but the man refused to cooperate with deputies in any way, including providing his identity. He was told he would be charged with obstruction, but he continued to refuse, saying, "Call my lawyer, call my lawyer." Once fingerprinted, he was identified as Michael Gordon and booked into jail. Deputies noted he was wearing a T-shirt that read, "I just got out of prison." That's irony.
Prison?
Wow. Prison?
Sure, jail. Can't you read?
Look at my shirt. Join again, you read. All right, that is our show for today. Thanks so much for joining us here in Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Big thank you to Jet Timmons and Chuck Ritchie.
I'll see you next year.
All right. And myself, Scott Allen. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Chuck, one more time, tease that play in case somebody just joined us.
Yeah, don't forget tonight, A Christmas Carol is going to be live here in the KCHW Theater and on the air at 7 p.m. tonight. Tickets are still available. Those tickets, you can get them at Valley Drug, Acres United, or online at our.show/Chihuahua/Carol, or also at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts website. Again, then that show will move to the Center for the Arts on tomorrow at 7 p.m., then Sunday for a matinee at 2 p.m. We'd also like to, before we sign off here, give a big thank you to our sponsors, Denovia LLC, Andy Sandwich and Sports, The Independent, Valley Drug Company, and Chihuahua Motel and RV Park for helping make this show possible.
All right, get out there. See you play tonight, 7 o'clock, KCHW Studios. Have a great holiday. We'll see you in 2024.
Yes. Oh, I gotta find the button. There we go.
Find the button.
I found the button. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
Gratitude and togetherness.
Merry Christmas is a trademark of the Xmas Corporation and should not be repeated without written permission.
Christmas until you pry it from my cold dead hat. In December.
I must be low on Christmas spirit.
Oh, darling, I don't think you people understand Christmas at all.
It's Christmas. You gotta be with your family.
Oh, Bull, I've never got a pack of steak.
I love me a Christmas time.